versus Pagna and Windranger, so you just send him on the off lane with the Crystal Maiden versus Phantom Lancer, who's melee, and then you win that lane.
By the way, look at that. I was wondering about maybe they like if they do still run this as a safe lane. Brewmaster would be pretty decent for Wind and Rain against this lineup. It kind of gives that chaos and anarchy that Ursa loves to exploit. And it gives you that buffer. So maybe in that case, Wind and Rain look for a quicker finish, right?
It's always so hard to finish, though. It's so hard to go back, even when we have these. Yeah, it's hard to finish. The way I
finish the game, yeah.
Of course. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The Ursa, it gives you a lot of momentum. It secures you the fights around the Rosh. I mean, it secures you Rosh. And the Brood ban. A small clap. A small clap for Wind and Rain.
Moment of respect there. They realized it might be a problem that could occur again. They don't really have any way of dealing with a Brood.
Yeah, they actually, again, they're kind of drafted themselves into this perfect Brood game. But they ban it out this game. They're not going to risk it. And after that last game, man, I think they're going to ban Brood for the rest of their lives versus Exotic Deer.
Gonna be having nightmares about that Brood for the next week at least.
Yeah. Like that puck, that poor puck that went 3-3-0-0. Oh my god. Like trying to burst down the spiders, but then even if he escapes, he has no third spell to dodge the first spell of Brood. Wow, what such knowledge. Nice analyst.
You know what?
Spiderlings.
You know what?
He couldn't spawn spiderlings there with phase shift. Wow. Brain works. Thank you, Brain. Welcome back.
You right? You there? Have you woke up from the coma? It's been 5 years. The meta came back around on itself. We kind of expected that to happen. There's only so many heroes IceFrog can add. He added one that digs underground. He also added another one that camouflages itself as water. Actually, that was the rework of Morphling.
Who digs underground? What are you talking about?
He makes tunnels everywhere. That doesn't make tunnels, but that does appear everywhere. Spectre, the farm pick for the rain. There it is. I mean, you said about it. You want to dodge out that Pugna. Someone who doesn't mind the Pugna as much as the Spectre because you can chase them down.
Yeah, but you're still pressured hard in that lane. It's still hard, but I mean, if you're this is the thing. If you're an Ursa and you get shut down that hard, like you lose your momentum and it's hard for you to make any kind of a big deal or any sort of an impact in the game. But if you're a Spectre, even if you get shut down, maybe you buy an urn, maybe blade mail, and eventually you get there. Eventually you get your farm. You join the team with your haunt. You're somewhere on the other side of the map farming. You use the haunt to catch up and to just get some easy kills, and you come back. Basically, it's a hero that does not have to be super farmed in the mid game after the laning stage has ended. While on the other hand, Ursa, if you duel him, but if you duel him with Crystal Maiden, you have two slows, and you're playing versus PL and War. It's a lane in which new guys are gonna have to be very careful. Now there is this thing. Are they reading this? They should be reading this, and perhaps they swap things up. Maybe they send Pugna and Windranger versus CM and Ursa on the safe lane, and the PL Warlock versus Spectre. I mean, you're not gonna win with the PL Warlock versus Spectre, but at least you're gonna have a decent time there. While versus Ursa and Crystal Maiden, I fear for them. I haven't seen this lane, but I suppose it's not gonna be really great to play a PL versus Ursa. So
a Weaver to complete it though. Okay, in fairness, lockdown wise, they've got the reliableness coming out from the Crystal Maiden. You can actually hit up the Frostbite, but that's kind of it, right? Like that. The Light Strike Ray is decent, but you need the Yules first to be able to convincingly hit Nisha up with that.
Is this another way of dealing with this, though? Is this Weaver mid? Exactly. Actually, Phantom Lancer.
You can run PL mid. It's actually pretty decent.
And then Weaver versus Ursa. It can happen. Like that's sort of a way of getting out of this bad situation that they have found themselves in right now. But I don't know if PL is going to do way too much or mid. Not certain. Have to wait and see how they decide to lane this.
The hero can work pretty well, though, with the Phantom Rush. You can just charge down, always get hits, and trade effectively. But those are our lineups. Game 2 underway. And I mean, look at this. Both of them, it wasn't as much countering out the other's draft as getting together a clear goal, right? So with the Pugna, there's a lot of powerful push in the early mid-game for new guys. Whereas Wind and Rain, they were a little bit frustrated about how last game went. So they've gone a lot more aggressive, a lot of heroes that can kill. And, well, it's similar to Animage in that it wants space to farm. But as you said already, Spectre, the difference is can easily get involved in these fights.
Yeah, she can always join the fights whenever Pugna is trying to push with the Haunt if it's on the other lane where she's not. And these lanes with the Ursa should go fairly well for Wind and Rain. So I'm just worried for this Pugna. I mean, Spectre can fall off very fast if the Pugna takes all the outer towers. So there is a way for them to pressure these lanes hard. It's all about the Ursa, I think. Like, how much is he gonna be able to do? And this Weaver is a completely different factor too if he's going mid, right? Like, it's not something that's... Yeah, you can see them drawing, like they're not certain which way they want to lane this. So PL is already on the off lane, he's dodging that Ursa. They're doing this really well. I like this.
Yeah, they
for now.
Only revealed Elvis Ash, so they don't actually know what's going on that top lane yet. But it does look like it's definitely going to be Nisha in the mid lane, which... The issue with Weaver being here is he's pretty squishy, and Lina hits pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that. Like one combo or two and he's already down to 50% HP. So, but I sincerely doubt that Nisha is gonna have any problems as this guy. Like this whole BTS Summer Cup, he's been playing so well. Like I'm just amazed over and over. Remember that Morphling game? I just want to see what he's able to do with this Weaver this time.
We'll get to find out. I think the concern is he has to take an early lead because if Brawl hits 6 first, he does have the potential to kill you with the Laguna.
Definitely. Let's check this mid out so far, going well.
One of the things we didn't actually touch on is the fact that they did actually stick Forev on the CM instead. So they did run it as a core, and Milan's gone bot straight away as a result. He knows his one job is just to harass them out, and already doing a decent amount of that.
Yeah, you're not gonna... So it's...
Elsash is dead. He's gone. First blood gone.
Right.
Milan will turn around and look towards Exotic Deer as well. But he'll make it out. That's a sad life for a Warlock.
As long as they lane... Oh my god, this is actually so bad. Giving the first blood to an Ursa, that's position 4. He can get boots instantly and start rotating. This is very hard for them. But overall, they're actually... taking a page out of the Vega book, right? This is basically Slayer style. Like he's been playing position 4 Ursa like multiple games in a row, and in maybe they played it versus Wind and Rain as well, like this. But overall, Slayer has been playing position 4 Ursa very often, and he's had a lot of success. Like he's been carrying his team on that Ursa, and I like this. I like this a lot.
That's also level 2, so she better run this off, but. This Try-action is going to be pretty peculiar. It kind of limits the effect you get out of your Warlock, right? He usually just wants one target to focus on with the Shadow Words. Now he's going to be split with the harassment going back and forth from Milan. Actually chased down and almost killed off Katsor there.
Yeah, but like it's very hard for him to kill off Katsor because of the Wind Run. He doesn't have the longest cooldown, 12 seconds, so if he manages to get out once, he's probably going to be able to get out twice as well. But let's see, like, Ursa, he's gonna get this haste, and he's porting top. Patos is in problems. He has the Crapify, and there's no Frostbite.
How much time is that gonna buy, though?
The Crapify
that's it. No Frostbite, as you said, so Forev can't do anything. Actually, TB the tower. Milan was looking for him. Luckily for Patos, he hid in the trees just in time before Milan would have seen him.
Oh, he needs to run even further. He needs to run even further back. Oh, this is a good hiding space, if they didn't see him. Because they might just wrap around. Yo, you see? Like, Forev just pushed, used his Crystal Nova, and the creeps are gonna tank the tower. I am surprised Milan didn't wrap around.
Okay, it's the TP up. Wind Ranger's coming to bring back up. That's what needs to start forcing Forev out, because so far, he's having a dominant lane, actually. 11 last hits to 7 on Patos, and usually, Pugna shouldn't suffer too much in terms of CS against the TM. Not with the difference in damage.
Yeah, the Crystal Maiden is strong versus her later on because of the nukes, though. So they have to be careful there. Milan hunting down Patos. But Katsur is there, and he does have the Cat to use.
Yep, he'll use it, but perhaps Milan did just stay right on top of him there. He could have easily got 2-3 more hits in.
He's fine.
He sees the pull. That's more important. Katsur, oh, he got the clap off as he used the Wind Run.
They have 2 ways of dealing with this bear, though. They have the Crapify now.
Yep, they got him.
Wind Run. Yeah, and the wind run is getting off cooldown. So if Milan wants to do this, he needs the Forev.
Oh, Forev? Okay, he doesn't hit hard enough. Maybe if he had like an ollie, but looks like Patos gets to live with barely any HP.
Well, silver lining right now for wait, Katsur, top lane. He's being
He's surrounded.
No
Got the wind run. Milan's moving out. Did he get away though? No, Clap hits, shack shot afterwards, but Forev cleans it up with the Crystal Nova.
Yeah, and they have 2 levels in Crystal Nova now and 2 levels in Arcane Aura. So, what this means is that this Ursa is probably gonna have enough mana to use Earthshock all the time, and this Crystal Maiden is gonna be able to Crystal Nova you all the time. This lane, we talked about this. It's kind of alright for new guys, but...
Clap hits. They're gonna die for this. He has no way of escaping. He can't land a shackle shot. He's nowhere near the trees. Oh, hits on the creeps.
Wow, that did not connect.
That was unfortunate. It looked like it should have. The worrying part is how long Patos just spent out of that lane. He had to run all the way back and then TP out. And he did start to fall behind the CM as a result. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Alisash, Maledict's on top of him. The Shadow Word Shield heal him up. Kitrak just allowing Rizzo to be a lot more aggressive than you'd expect due to the Voodoo Restoration.
Of course. Like, this is one of the... Basically, Witch Doctor and Warlock, they're just one of these heroes. However, Nisha? Bottom lane? He's on the road.
He just wants the runes. He's got his bottle. Kitrak needs to TP away from this. He'll be able to make his escape. They can't quite finish him off, but they do at least secure the bot runes. Meanwhile, on the top, Milan needs to actually get rid of that ward.
Yeah, they fight for the rune, and they're forced to use the shrine. But overall, I think this is like I wanted to say this before. Let's do it. They have, or the new boys, they have silver lining in this, and that's the fact that at least Phantom Lancer is not laning against the Ursa because he would have been crushed. So in that aspect, at least that's good. But overall, this Crystal Maiden, man, she's already level 5, 3 points in Crystal Nova. She hurts.
Pathos. Milan's getting aggressive again. He's got the clap. Pathos being slowed down. He's still pretty fast though. Can they do enough is the question. Oh, no, he's going on. The shackle shot doesn't connect. Pathos moved forward with the clap. One more hit's needed. Milan starts to panic a little though. The raindrops do keep Pathos alive.
Yeah, that raindrop pickup was really good for him there. Mid, Nisha. He's been going a little bit.
They thought about it, but they know he's got the Shikuchi available, so he can just dodge out.
Katsur.
Good again. Katsur, one more hit's needed. Milan, he'll get the tap. Will he die afterwards? The tower should kill him. He's got sticks. He's got sticks. He doesn't use them. No!
Sticks.
Why? I assume maybe because we've seen this before, sometimes down to the tower, it's not too bad. Because he would have had to go back anyway. Nisha, hit track. One more hit's needed. Maledict, the Light Striker raid, and the Laguna. Nisha, he can't do anything. He just melts here. And Elisash, missed chances don't work in his favor. The Dragon Slave finishes him off. Braille with a double kill. And suddenly, this mid lane is looking untenable just because of that Laguna alone, I'd say.
Yeah, and this tower is dropping very low too. Like, Nisha hasn't really had the best time on mid. I said that I expected a lot from him, but this Weaver maybe hasn't been the right pick for them.
Light Striker, right? They catch him. They got a sentry down. Nisha still not level 6.
Yeah, and the biggest issue for him there was when he was porting out, he didn't move the sentry ward in his inventory. So it was on a cooldown. He couldn't use that sentry ward to devour that. If he devoured it, maybe he could have survived, but bottom lane, nah, he's fine.
Bottom lane is pretty calm. It's the top lane where things are starting to heat up again. Milan just getting between these two heroes. Katsor's almost dead already.
Yeah, I mean, Forev, he went... it's very hard to deal with him right now. He dishes out so much damage so early on, and these power threads are making him really tanky, so it's very hard for Pagna and Katsur to dish out enough damage.
I feel like we haven't actually highlighted the fact that Milan, like, Ursa is this type of hero that usually has to build regen, but because of that Arcane Aura, like, he's able to spam out Earthshock constantly.
He's always able to do it, especially as this Crystal Maiden went 2-0-2, so the Arcane Aura was there fairly fast. So Ursa was always kind of able. He just needs a little bit of regen for his HP, and then he's able to stay here all the time. While on the side of new guys, if you want to stay on this lane, you need raindrops. Like, there's no other way around about it. Like, Patos, he needs raindrops again. And you can't really pass.
Okay, Kitrak will be fine. They wanted to go on it, but Brawl was moving across. He has got a haste rune now as well. Nisha needs to be careful. He has finally got his hands on the time lapse and the raindrop, but once that's popped, Brawl might make another attempt on Anisha's life here.
Yeah, he has that sentry though now, so it's harder to kill him as long as he gets that Sukuchi off. That sentry was really bothering him hard. It's like one of those things like when you're a TA and you have traps and someone uses sentry. It's similar with Weaver. If you have a sentry there, you can't really, like, if they have a sentry, it's very hard for you to use your Sukuchi aggressively. And yep, finally he divorced that sentry though.
Problem is they have another one to the side, so if he's on the wrong side of the lane, he could still easily die, and he's lost his tier 1 already. Brawl, he's not going to waste any time. He knows Nisha's more or less been forced out of lane. He can't really try and fight with Brawl either.
Top lane, they're diving Katsur, but they can't really.
The wind run, can he get thrown off way? Oh, this shackle shot just in time. The earth shock was about to happen there, and then he would have been way too slow to escape.
Hasted, Lina going top. Let's see, maybe he can catch Katsur, who just escaped.
He's got the wind run, but actually, Brawl, no, he says, let's go for the Pugna. Creeps are pushing in, why not?
Yeah, Creeps gave them vision. They know
Ord comes in, they know where Patos is. They got Light Strike Ray, they will miss it, but the Dragon Slave follow-up should kill Patos. He decreps. They got the Laguna. They'll just throw it in his face. He just wanted to force them to use the ultimate.
You know, the most interesting thing is that usually you expect Spectre to go there and get that kill, but this Spectre does not feel pressured at all. Like, he's farming super fine on his lane, so he just used that haunt. He gave them vision, and that's it. He continued farming. I mean, I can understand that because now they're farming 2 lanes, and if he did that, then the bottom lane would have been open completely, and they would lose some like creeps there would be lost definitely to the tower.
Fair way of looking at it. Right now, Ritsu is matching this Phantom Lancer, which you don't typically expect to see. You think the Spectre's going to get bullied a little bit harder and need to be babysat, but while the Witch Doctor has been about, it feels like they've had more free reign over this lane. They've been more aggressive towards the side of new guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, they've been doing more. But they did start with that favorable first blood, so they had some advantage here. Experience advantage and gold advantage, but overall, they've been fine, definitely. I mean, Witch Doctor, we talked about this. Like, Witch Doctor is top lane, Warlock sporting in.
They're bringing a lot of people up. Weaver's arriving as well. They need to defend this tower. They didn't want to give it up. Nevermore goes down the shackle shot. Does connect, bro. Power shot through, and they're going to suck right through him. Can they get rid of him is the question. Nisha chasing onto him. They are getting low, but will they find Light Strike Array won't protect, and they'll chase for more Nisha. He wants to get his hands on Forever as well. That'll be the big kill. Millen creates the space for the Earth Shock, but they'll chase onto him instead. They're under the tower, but they don't get it. Freezing Field coming up from Rev. It's zoning well. Cancel taking a lot of damage. He's going to die off here. And Ursa will die in the meantime, but Nisha now needs to get out of here. Forev, he baits them in. He finds someone in return, but now the Swarm going on to him. Forev still being dove by Nisha. The time-lapse hasn't been used yet. He'll be able to throw it out finally, and now he'll need to retreat.
I think Nisha was a little bit too eager there to go on the Forev, but as soon as he saw that he stalled up, he gave up. I mean, this Forev, man, he has power treads and drums right now. This is... like, it's a Crystal Maiden.
But you said about those drums, they actually want Patos here. Crystal Nova.
There we go.
They can find him. Oh, the shackle shot's good though. The Never Blast and the power shot through Millen. And Rage just in time. They'll be able to get him though. And now they're looking to move away. Cattle chasing on. They've got a lot of heroes here. Nisha will clean up Ursa. There'll be a TP out attempt by Forever that will not be foiled. Wow, well, that Cattle. I mean, despite how the start of this lane went, that kind of flipped it around in their favor. Even if they lose the Pugna.
That shackle shot was just perfect for them. I mean, yeah, you lose the Pugna, but he's kind of behind anyway. So any kill that you can get, even if you trade, like even trades are like 1-for-1. They're new guys' favorite because you kind of trade better as they are in front, so you get more gold. But overall, they made some rotations and they damn needed to do